Yo. Trying to get to 40K today. I deposited all my money at the start of the day into just the shared bank. So all of my money is money that I have made today. Like I left myself 1,000, did a couple runs, messed that up, and then deposited that 1,000 afterwards. So basically started at zero. Nine's okay. I've gotten like 20 once. I think it was like the highest I got was 20 cloth. Yeah. Sure. Gotta put the extra puppy patties for Jazzy in the fridge. Right back. They are just NPCs that you can run dungeons with. So you can do follower dungeons. And it's not like heroic or anything, it's just the regular bitch dungeons. So loot's not great, but like if you want to do a quest or something, no. And this is all you can pick. You can pick your role and it fills the group. But I think it's always a pally tank. And a shaman healer. Like I think I keep getting the same group, but I have not paid too much attention. Just because this first room is just so efficient. Like the rest of the dungeon's just not as... Like these are all little humanoids that all have a chance to drop it. So... Like there's only one elite, it dies super quick. The rest is just non-elites. Oh. I don't know how efficient the rest of it is. I'm sure it's still okay. But this is just what YouTube... After that guy you linked to me showed about the like doing unlocking zones came up, I started getting like efficient gold farm videos popping up, and this was one that came up, and I was like, that seems super easy. That's good with a hunter. And I was like, I have a hunter, and like I'm in the level. I got 14 clop that time. That's great. So I've actually leveled from 70 to do this. Yeah, thank you. And then after getting the two like big lump sums of money, I was like, you know what, like I want to try to get to 1 million, and like I'm not terribly far off, to be honest with you. I have to walk a dog soon. So in the talent tree, you can you can get additional cloth drops as a tailor. So I maxed out that. That's like where all my point went, is this cloth drops from mobs. Alright, I gotta walk the dog after this. He's barking. Alright, I'm coming. He's barking in the other room. I'm coming, pup. That's why I'm also getting the what's it called stuff. The cards. Right, I'm just gonna mute this and I'll be back in 15 minutes. Hopefully less. I'm back. Rainer is properly pooped. I have 2 magic decks that I want to gotta go get waters. We're out of water. And we're a bottled water family. Until you get a mage table, then solo. This mage will drop a table. I want to get my mage some gear too. I just like yeah, there it is. Oh, 18? Hell yeah. So those the 2 of vivacity and whatever, all the cards. No, we don't drink that water. Our water is not great. I replaced the lines, so it should be better. But it's still not great. I had words to say, and I got distracted. I don't know. Oh, I got a couple of magic decks that I'm brewing up right now that I think you might like. Let me pull Kotis. It's 1. And then the other's name is Zerg. Typed it wrong. Stormrender, Thunder's Decree. Let's see if this comes up. Okay. 58. Yeah, just like it's so fast, and like I think it's just, you know, the way people are is they're like, if this is 400 gold per minute and over there is 300, we're only gonna do this. You know, it's like that might still be fine and like not bad. One's a little troll. So this, let me pull them over here on the screen. I'll show you how they work. Oh, I have another one that is, I don't own it, but I want to do it. Steve sent it to me and he's like, I think you could make this one work. He's like, I don't know if anybody else can make this work, but I think you could do something something that is just cheating. Steve gets it. Let's see. Okay, left monitor. Okay, here we go. Kotis, the Fang Keeper. He is indestructible, and when he deals combat damage to a player, exile the top X cards of their library, where X is the amount of damage dealt. So if he does 2 damage, you exile 2 cards. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X or less, so 2, from among them without paying their mana cost. So we exile 2 cards from the deck, and get to play anything that's 2 or less for free. Obviously, the goal is with this guy, make that number bigger. So if he does 6 damage, we exile 6 cards, and we can cast anything that is less than 6. And as you can imagine, most of the deck is making him bigger, making him unblockable, giving him vigilance and flying, giving him hexproof from monocolored and +2/2. This is just protection, but sick. Rogue's Passage, unblockable, +3/3. If he may assign colors as though it weren't blocked. Weird. So it's just all about making him bigger and getting higher numbers. So that one, playing other people's cards. No. So the way Commander works is he's not in your deck. It starts in a command zone, so you still have to play him for the 4 mana, but he's always in the command zone. If he gets killed or exiled, he goes back to the command zone and costs 2 more. So instead of being 4, he'll be 6. So it goes up a little bit each time you play him, but you should always have access to him unless somebody plays a card that's like, take control of target creature, and then that sucks. So we're going to have counter spells and ways to get him back at that point. But here we are. I think he's fun. I'm looking at him right now. He's one I drew, and I just think he's cool. And I like playing other people's spells, and I really like playing other people's spells without paying their mana costs. I just think that's cool. Next up on the list, also looking at him right now, is Zurgo, the Thunder's Decree. Got a big old purple lightning sword here. He's an Orc Warrior, which obviously I've been into lately. His deal is, when this creature attacks, create 2 tapped and attacking, so you've already got 2 more things coming. 1/1 red warrior token, creature token. So it's just, you get 2 more little creatures every time he attacks. They have, at the beginning of the next end step, sacrifice them. So in general, it's supposed to be like you get 2 for mobilize. That's just like how mobilize works. So other cards will have mobilize also. You get 2 creatures when that thing attacks. Cool. He has a specific text at the end that says, during your end step, warrior tokens you control have this token can't be sacrificed. So you can load it up with a bunch of mobilized stuff, and if he's on the board, you get to keep them, and they're not just for that turn. So it's going to have, as you imagine, other mobilized shit. Mobilize 2, mobilize X, mobilize 3. I have this guy too, the Mardu Siegebreaker. When he attacks, for each opponent, create a tap token that's a copy of the exiled attacking card of the opponent, whatever that is. It's a lot to read, but I have that one too. Sacrifice those. If you make them warriors, you don't have to. All mobilize. All mobilize. I don't have a lot of mobilize, which is kind of the problem. I would need to find those first. I might. Maybe I just need to fucking find them. But seems pretty cool. Seems pretty cool. I like that. I like that text. And then Cody, this third one here, is the one that Steve was like, I found this card online. I don't know how you would make it work, but I think you could make something work with this. So he is a 3 cost of any color, right? Like you can use any color to pay that number. Artifact creature. Doesn't do much on his own, 1/4. And he has this stupid line of text here that says you can't cast permanent spells. So permanents are creatures, enchantments, artifacts, anything that you cast and it like goes and stays on the board. Versus non-permanent spells, which are, instants and sorcerers, things that you cast them, it has an effect, and the card goes to the graveyard. It's not like lingering around. So that line is annoying, but we move on. You can pay for and tap Cody, and you get 5 mana, 1 of each color. So you pay for it, get 5 mana. That's positive. And then when you cast your next spell this turn, which while he's on the board, has to be a non-permanent spell, instant or sorcery. Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile an instant or sorcery card with lesser mana value. So if I cast something for 5, we go and find something that costs 4 or less. Until end of turn, you may cast a card without paying its mana cost. Put each other card on the bottom of your library in a random order, so you're not just milling yourself. I want to cheat. I want this to cheat. I want it to be cool, and I want it to cheat. So I have a deck list built out for him in here, and I think it's cool, and I think it's neat. Cody, the Cheating Book of Cheaty Face is what I call the deck right now. So the basic idea is cast this for free. Approach at second sun. It wins you the game if you cast it twice. If it was cast from your hand. So it's a good way to just straight up win the game. So what I have is, as you notice, I can't cast permanent spells. I have 36 creatures. It's a very creature-heavy deck. But all those slashes all those little slashies you see there, these are all cards that have a secondary effect here. So I cannot cast the creature spell, but they have an instant spell that I can cast. So I can still do things with them. I can get creatures on the board while he's not out, get ready to play him, play him. My cards aren't fucking useless in my hand. They still do things. Right? It might not be the 2/2, the 2/1 that has this text. It can only do this part. Return target non-land permanent to its own hand, but at least it's not a dead card in my hand. Plus, I could use that like on Cody and then get back to casting creatures. Back to over here, you'll notice this is sorted in mana value order. Yeah, there are cards. There's a bunch of them, as you can tell here. Almost all of these. This is sorted by mana value order. So Approach is one of my few 7-cost instants or sorceries. Everything else is more. So the goal is find something that costs more. You can see up to here, there's 3 7-cost spells. And they're all effectively like win the game spells or like severely fuck shit up. Destroy all non-land permanents your opponent controls. Like that's just your opponents. So they lose everything and you lose nothing. Huge. Dune Blast is very similar. Choose one creature, destroy the rest. So I can pick one of mine, destroy everything else. And then Approach, which is can just win you the game. So those are my 3 7-cost spells. Everything else is 8 or more. Some of them cost less, right? This costs 1 less for each creature on the battlefield. So I can cost it for less and then use that to find something bigger. But they're all huge mana spells. And I think it could be cool. But it's tricky. It would definitely be some jank. Some absolute jank. But that one I don't own much of it. I mean, I have a few, but I don't have Cody. I don't have it ready to go. I do like the jank. But these two, I have this guy sitting here. I'm thinking I'm going to start sleeving it and just see what cards I can throw together because it's such a simple game plan. Make him big, swing, keep cards to protect him. That's it. That's the whole thing. And I think we can get super weird with it. And then I love playing other people's spells. If you ask the group who is most likely to play other people's spells, it would 100%, every one of them would say me. I play so many cards that are play other people's spells. And I love it. So I want to get that one going. I don't have any deck that is currently green, black, green, blue. Sultai is the name of that color scheme. So getting that going would be nice. No, not Troll. It's just fun. And I like the indestructible too, because there's lots of things that like destroy creatures, and it just like automatically just ignores that. Automatically ignores it. Like those cards just don't affect him anymore. Yep. So I don't know. I don't know what's next. I have literally like 12 decks on my desk right now. I'm trying to like put them together and then leave them together, so I'm not taking cards out here and going to play one and it's missing stuff. I'm just trying to like build them, put them together, call it a day. Do I have water? A little bit. Desk is getting sloppy. I might have to clean up a little bit tomorrow. 14 cloth? I'll take it. That's good. Trying to get a game tomorrow, but I don't think Codis would be ready tomorrow. Definitely not either of the 2 new ones. Everything else I haven't played Chatterfang. I wonder how good that is looking. Everything else is at least won a game. I don't think Gonti's won a game. But he is fun. He is another He's mono black, so only black spells, and he has whenever a it's a lot of text. I'll pull it up, but the basic gist is if any player deals damage to somebody not me. So if I deal damage to you, if Kevin deals damage to you, if you deal damage to Kevin, you get to exile the top card of the library, and basically it's yours to play for as long as it remains in exile. You have to pay mana for it, but it's yours to play. So the cool part of that is it works for everybody. Everybody can do it. If Kevin hits Owen, he gets a card. If Owen hits Steve, Owen gets a card. It's so nice. As long as they don't hit me. That's the benefit of that. And then the other part is whenever you cast a spell you don't own, you get a treasure token, which is basically like a free mana. Now Rainer's barking. It's been too warm today. I might have to set up the AC tomorrow. It's only in like the 70s. Like, how did I ever survive in the 80s and 90s? I don't understand. Yeah, he's super fun. So the gist is it is crazy with others, because then like I'm telling people, I'm like, if you hit them, you get a free card, right? That's card draw. That's insane. It could be anything. You want to hit somebody else. And my deck is then obviously optimized towards having little unblockable things and getting 5 things out, so I can hit you with 5 creatures and get 5 cards. And really maximize taking people's cards, and it's done well, and like it's executed its game plan and had fun. It doesn't usually win though, because it's more about having fun, and I think it has won one game actually, but not much. It usually just, plus people get pissed off when you play on their spells. People don't like that. Bridge is one. I have to imagine the cat deck is one. The cat deck gets scary fast. The dragon deck gets scary fast. I don't think this green deck is one, but I think I only played it once. And it's not heavily optimized or anything. It's just one I threw together. Might de-sleeve it for now. It was a similar effect where it works for everybody. If you're attacking somebody else, your creatures get trample. So it's like, hit somebody else, but then she has this gnarly text box of like, what is it? Pay 1 green mana and tap her, and you can put a creature you own onto the battlefield. Insane. So if I have a 12 cost creature in my hand, I can pay 1 and tap her and put it in the battlefield instead of paying 12. Insane. I really need to make that work. I haven't played with it too much. Ovaya Eldrazi or something. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Yeah, every time I go play, Joe's like, make them cry. And I'm like, thanks, babe. No one will ever believe me that you said that. But she says it every time. Just wants them to be sad. Let me see how much. Yeah, that's when I tell her too. I'm like, she's like, you have to let them win sometimes. I'm like, it's not fun if someone lets you win. You know, like they have to be sad about it. You have to, like, you win and they're miserable. Nobody wants just to get a free win. You know what Owen's been playing lately? And I refuse to give them the satisfaction of him feeling like he won. He has a card that says, when this enchantment leaves the battlefield, the game ends in a tie. And so it's just that we can play a 3-hour game and nobody wins. And I refused. Like, so I'm like, There was one game we played where it was a long game. It was like so weird. It was like I think like 5 people were playing, and like game was taking forever, and somebody had to leave when the game was over. He's like, he has kids, so he's like, yeah, I gotta get home and help mom with the kids and all that. So he left, and the game ended with Owen ending in a tie. I was like, someone text Drew and tell him he didn't lose. He tied. He needs to know. Nobody lost that game. I think he's pulled it off twice, and both times it's always like late at night, and then I realize afterwards that like, oh, I could have stopped it. Yeah. No, nobody's a winner and nobody's a loser. But if I didn't lose, then you didn't lose either. You know, it's all state stand. Might set the AC tonight. The bad part is like my window is like behind me, so it blows in pointing towards the bed, which is good because when I'm sleeping I want to be cold. But right now it is pointing at the bed, and I am not on the bed, so it's not really hitting me very well. Let's see how much cloth I have. Let me pull up Gontu for you. I'll show you him. His deck is fun. Are you off tomorrow? How much cloth do we have? 148? Nice. Yeah, we're off tomorrow, so I'm trying to get Magic game going. You're off Friday too? I'm not off Friday. Probably should have taken it off, but what are you gonna do? It's my ready to go. Okay, let's bring this over. We have cards to cloth to sell. Cool. 20 gold a pop. Just sold. Put 140 of them, 148 of them on there. What, close to $3,000? Did those sell? My other one sold. Nice. Okay, here's the left display. Here's my list of decks. Derevi is probably my favorite deck to play because it's not troll per se, but it's got to be miserable to play against. I can't imagine it's not miserable to play against. So he's a very simple bird. When he enters the battlefield or a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may tap or untap target permanent. So that means you tap to swing, right? Everything goes sideways. I can then untap them and keep them to block. I can tap other people's creatures. I can tap other people's lands. I can do whatever the hell I want. I can untap if I have a big artifact, like this taps for 3 mana. I can hit someone and untap it and have the 3 mana back. Yeah. So untap anything, any permanent that I want. Kind of cool. Kind of neat. His other cool part here is pay 4, put him on the battlefield from the command zone. So he never costs more than 4. He is a bird wizard. Yeah, me too. I wish I was a bird wizard. He's pretty chill. He has some other art that I think, like, look at that one. Just this fucking owl with his little tiny fucking retarded arm out. I don't have that one. I have the basic bitch, older version. But the cool part, he never costs more than 4, and this is an ability. So I can wait till I need him, right? If he's in the command zone dead, and Steve's about to attack with a giant creature, which is generally how Steve works, I can pay 4, bring him into the battlefield, tap his creature before he goes to combat, and now he can't use said creature. Because when he enters the battlefield, we also tap or untap something. The other cool parts of the deck is I can make loops with Stonehorn Dignitary. When it enters, target opponent skips his or her next combat phase, so they don't attack. There's ways to loop it so that people never attack again. It's sick. It's absolutely sick, and that's a pauper card. You can play that in the and Pomper Magic. Torrential Gear Hulk lets you flashback stuff, flashback spells. We got extra turns. We got that card that I said would just straight up wins the game. This deck's win condition is cards that say you win the game. That's the win condition. So we have Approach of the Second Sun. We have, what's the blue one? It's an enchantment. Mechanized Production. Create a token of copy of enchanted artifact. Then if you control 8 or more artifacts with the same name, not the enchanted one, any artifact with the same name, you win the game. So at the beginning of your turn. So kind of sick. And then the last one is Helix Pinnacle. You just put counters on it. If you have 100 counters on it, you win the game. And yes, I've won the game with that before. I like locked somebody out of attacking and was using all of my tokens and shit, all of my artifacts to put as many counters on a turn as I could. Won the game with the 100 counters. That felt like an achievement. I was very happy with that. I think those are the 3. Those are really the only way I win the game. Everything else is about like preventing combat damage. This prevent combat damage. Prevent combat damage. This ends all permanents you control phase out. Your life total can't change. You get protection for everything. How sick is that? Prevent all combat damage. Gain some life. Get rid of people's creatures. Fly just walking on my wall like I'm not gonna fucking crush him. Yeah, so it's very much the theme of this deck is no. Everything is just destroy things, tell people no, prevent all combat damage. Your card doesn't count, prevent combat damage, prevent combat damage. This lets me flicker things. It's generally what the effect is called. So I can flicker that guy to get rid of your next combat turn. I can flicker my commander when he comes back in. Anything with an enter the battlefield effect, really, is worth flickering. Bunch of cool stuff. Comeuppance. It's called Comeuppance. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you and planeswalkers you control this turn by sources you don't control. If damage from a creature source would be prevented this way, Comeuppance deals damage to that creature. If damage from a non-creature source is prevented this way, Comeuppance does damage equal to the source's controller. I really want to kill Steve with this one day. I really want to. He plays something that does like 40 damage to everybody, and I really want to prevent all that damage and then kill him with it. Oh, it'd be glorious. We'll get there. Starfall Invocation. Destroy all creatures. Pile up, destroy all creatures. Return them all to their hands. Find lands. I don't know if it's a real word, but there it is. Comeuppance. Smothering Tithe. Sick. Authority of the consoles. Creatures your opponents control enter tapped. Ugh. Blind Obedience is good. Same thing, but with Extort. Guess this is gains life too. Yeah, so good. So good. Do I have Ghostly Prison? Yeah, Ghostly Prison and Propaganda are basically the same card. Creatures can't attack you unless they pay 2 for each attacking creature. Oh. So good. And that's there's not a lot of creatures if you can't tell. There's 5 creatures. 2 planeswalkers. This planeswalker, the emblem you get is as long as you control a Gideon planeswalker, which is what he is, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. How cool is that? Breeding Pool is a land. It's a really good land. But just a land. The cool part about this land, if you're wondering why is it a $20 land, one, it taps for both colors. It can come in untapped if you want to, or not. You have to pay 2 life. So that's annoying. But the land type is Forest Island and not just land. So there are some spells that say go fetch a forest or go fetch an island. This applies to that. And there are other spells that say if you control a forest or if you control an island. So those 2 words of text add a lot. Like, obviously I use most of the good ones in here, but where was that? Rejuvenating. So this is 2 colors. Doesn't say those. So if this said if there was a spell that referred to a forest or island, this does not count. Even though, like, objectively it does the same shit. But breeding pool does count. So, same with this one, right? There's an easier thing. And I don't know. So, like this one. Enters tapped unless you control a plains or an island. If I have breeding pool out, this enters untapped. So, cool. Cool. This is my favorite deck to play right now. And this is Gonti. Just, what is he? An Aetherborn Rogue? It's cool as shit. Look at that, like, black mist coming off him. So, oh, this is nice. There's the text. Super cool. From one of the newer sets, too. This little race car set was trash. He's a good guy. He's good. He's good. Look how chill he is. When he helps everybody. When a creature deals damage to one of your opponents, any of my opponents, you can hit anybody. You get this effect. That's the chillest shit ever. What's up, baby? You got your puppies? So, big fan. Big fan right now. I saw something sell. Let's see what sold. 1,700 bolt, not the cloth. Interesting. Usually the cloth sells faster. Where are we at so far? Almost, well, we're over 40 now. And these are all, like, not, like, not bad. It's not great, but 12, 13 gold a piece? Not bad. Are bolts made up of cloth, or are they different? Yeah, bolts are... So the cloth is like the most basic bitch of the cloth. You would take it, and you would have to unravel it. You unravel it into this spool of weaver thread, and then you combine it with this moss wool thread to make a bolt. This is sold at a vendor. So this is just available at a vendor for infinite. This you get from the cloth. So usually the cloth sells better because people don't want the 1-star version, I think. So that if they get the cloth, they can at least maybe make a 2-star. If they're good at, you know, they have all the talent points and unraveling and making whatever. That's my assumption, but it hasn't sold yet. Oh, should probably head to the store. Ooh, we got another Radiance. Gotta do one more of these, then head to the store. One, I'm just hot and I want water and we're out. Surprised I haven't hit the cap. I know it like resets, but oh, these are all the cards we're getting. I arranged them this way because if I get this full row, I can make a deck. What is the cap of what? And we make a deck. The problem with the decks, I think it's I think they said it was like a 12-hour reset, but I'm guessing I got like close, or maybe like it's one of those things where like it drops every hour until you hit the cap or something. I don't know. But I gotta run to the store after this. I'm fucking so hot. Don't understand how it's so hot. It's like 70 degrees. So the shitty part with these cards is that I make a bunch of them, but they don't sell very fast. So I probably have a bunch on the auction house right now that just haven't sold. The good part is that they like, let's see, 129. Oh my god, like I was selling them up here. The good part is they at least vendor still for like 80 gold. It's like even if I don't sell them, I can just vendor them. Doesn't matter. 160. Okay. Put one up just try to double up. But if I have to just sell them, I can just. But I just these two in particular. I got so many cards of these two. I'll probably turn this off since it's already past midnight your time, right? And get some water and take care of everything. Hey, babe. Jimmy? Who you talking to? Dancing? You look cute. Like your pants, baby. Okay, I'll get her in. Yeah. I was just telling Jimmy I'm gonna get more water and those drinks real quick. Cherry limeade. I brought it to you at your desk. You didn't drink it? Yesterday. I bought 4. They were not distributed. All right, I'll talk to you later.